Welcome to another episode of Satisfying Static.
Hello.
We apologize for missing last week. It was a stressful time for both of us, so we opted not to record, and now we're back.
Yeah, life happens, stuff gets in the way, and life got in the way, unfortunately.
Life linebackered in the way, actually.
Linebackered in the way. But now we're back. Here we are on a sunny Saturday morning in October.
Correct. Housekeeping for me, part of my scar broke open.
Oh.
Yeah, on my right side, I was napping, woke up and it was bleeding. Not like bad, just like a little bit, like a literally like a toothpick size amount.
Okay, my face is horrified for those of you who can't see me.
Absolute horror. I just put my scar, like gel tape, the silicone tape over it, and it healed back up. But I took jiu-jitsu off last week, and I'm hoping to go back this week, but I've been taking it easy. It's because the skin on the right side, the right axilla, right under the armpit, is just so thin that it's just going to take even longer for that stuff to heal up. Otherwise, my recovery journey has been great. I got I don't know if we've talked since I went to my plastic surgeon, but I was called remarkable.
Oh.
Yeah, they said that my scars look great. My nipples are perfect. And they asked to use me in some of their study presentations where they send pictures in.
Nice. That's exciting and must be a proud moment. Have you been using the silicone tape on your scars often?
Silicone tape 24/7. It only comes off for about 20 minutes to shower and then it goes right back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard amazing things about that for scarring. I've also started using silicone jelly pads for skincare.
I was reading that a lot of people use it for like older scars too, like especially acne scarring, like that kind of stuff. I bought the gel because some of the tape wasn't sticking right, and then somebody recommended that I put it in an X shape in the center, and that's fixed that issue. So now I have the gel as like a backup, I guess.
Do you feel like the gel, does it make a difference whether you're using the gel or the tape?
So no, the sheets, the tape is what has been studied the most.
Okay.
Theoretically, the silicone gel is the same stuff. I don't know. I like the tape feeling. I like the secure tape feeling. I feel like the gel doesn't feel as secured. I also bought a seatbelt cover for my seatbelt so that it didn't stab into my center incision constantly.
Nice. Okay, look at you.
Yeah, that was
finding
nice.
solutions. Nice. Okay, love to hear it. Happy to hear your healing journey has been wonderful.
And I found an LGBTQ plus center that will take my post-op stuff as donations. So I'm going to do a nice deep clean of those and then get those out in the mail.
All right, cool. Yeah, we love that. Those are all good, happy updates. Any updates on Disneyland? As I've been dying to ask you, because that's soon.
Disney World.
Sorry. Yes, that one.
11 days away. So a little behind the scenes peek curtain here. We're recording on October 14th. So in just 11 days, we'll be going to Disney World, which is very exciting. I am a little stressed. The COVID cases in Florida are skyrocketing. So I think we're going to mask everywhere indoors. So indoor line queues. If we decide to eat, we had dining reservations to eat indoors, but I think I'm honestly just going to cancel them and have us just eat in the, it's food and wine. So we'll just eat at the kiosks or whatever to-go quick service thing to avoid having a meal inside. We went to a hockey game a couple of nights ago in TD Garden here in Boston, which had thousands of people in it. And we were the only ones masked. We didn't see anybody else masked, which is totally fine. But also I don't have COVID 2 days later. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to keep that up. Right. So I think that's what we'll end up doing in Florida is we'll end up, of course, masking on the plane, and then we'll mask when we're in crowded spaces, even outdoor crowded, densely crowded spaces. We'll probably mask.
Okay. So you're not too concerned about it. Sounds like a little bit concerned.
I'm not concerned enough to cancel, but I am concerned enough to take extra precautions.
Yeah.
I've been masking at work still because it's gross and it's medicine.
Mm-hmm.
But up until probably this last month, I hadn't been super concerned, but it's really skyrocketed the last month. So I'm kind of transitioning back into masking in indoor spaces. And I masked for all the Pippin shows because I didn't want Olivia to get sick while she was in Pippin. That would have been terrible.
Well, hopefully that's your biggest concern. I mean, I know that's still a big one, but I hope the trip goes off without a hit.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm avoiding paying extra on my student loans until after the trip to make sure I have more than enough money to cover whatever disaster may happen. My biggest concern after COVID is flight times. We leave at like 8 p.m. one night. I'm at work until 4 that day in the city. So I'm essentially going to drive home and then have an Uber meet us at home and get a lift to the airport.
Oh, okay. You're really cutting it close. Well, you're not that far from the airport, right? I forget what it
25
is.
minutes.
Okay, yeah, it's not terrible.
The issue is Olivia is not TSA pre-checked.
Yeah.
So Olivia will have to go through actual security.
I don't remember if Boston's a disaster or not.
It's not. It's not.
It's not O'Hare, right?
No.
So you're good. You're good. You don't need to be there 3 hours before your domestic flight leaves.
No, I don't think so. In October, we're not going during like a school trip time.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're not going around holidays, so it shouldn't be that busy.
Yeah, it's just flight anxiety, right?
Exactly. Yep. And then the flight back, we land like 3 hours before Olivia is supposed to be at rehearsal, so I'm a little nervous if anything goes wrong there. We're going to be cutting it pretty close.
Whatever, so she'll miss a rehearsal. It'll be fine.
Well, she just had to miss 3 for Pippin, so it's like...
You know, it is what it is. Like, especially with travel, like if it happens, it happens. There's literally nothing you can do. You're stuck in a different place.
The good news is Orlando to Boston is a very common circuit. So there's like every major airline has some version of a flight. So if it's like a mechanical thing, I can probably buy a last minute seat on another flight.
Nice.
Yeah. We're flying Spirit, which is terrifying.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. I've never flown Spirit, but it was the cheapest flights.
Have we not talked about, I feel like we've talked about Spirit on this show because I have words for Spirit.
I'm sure, I'm confident that we have. If you have feelings about Spirit, I'm sure we've talked about Spirit.
Well, good luck to you, my friend. You being worried about flight delays and flying Spirit is kind of hilarious. You did that to yourself.
No, and I had this exact same feeling, and Olivia was like, I've flown Spirit all the time. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, but did you fly Spirit when you had like a I can get there whenever mentality? Because that's different.
And also how far, right? Because like being delayed by 20 minutes on a flight that you're only going like 35 minutes, not a big deal. What's the flight to Florida? Like an hour and a half?
3 hours.
3 hours. Okay, 3 hours. Yeah, bigger deal. I feel like Spirit is good for hop on, hop off flights. Like I'm going to Vegas. Or like you're going within a 35-minute airtime area.
No, I agree. Yeah, I have these same feelings.
I don't mean to increase your flight anxiety. I'm sure everything will be perfect. It'll be fine. Lots of people fly Spirit every day, and it's fine.
I was high-key very annoyed that I had to spend like $120 to get our seats next to each other.
It's literally not cost efficient. It is just not. The base price of the ticket means nothing when you have to pay to like breathe inside their aircraft. Like...
The flight, is like $60, right? You get a carry-on or you get a personal item.
Yeah, because you don't get a carry-on. You have to pay for a carry-on.
I can fit my whole life for 4 days into a backpack. That's fine. Like, I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, but most people can't.
Right. Olivia's concerned. I'm like, sweetie, you can't overstuff your backpack. Like, I'm not paying for a carry. I'm not. I'm just not.
What if you guys want to bring stuff back? Like, I don't...
You can pay to ship it from your resort there.
Or you could just pay for the carry-on.
You could, but here's the thing. I'm probably only going to buy like a t-shirt or a small item, like a magnet or something that I can easily stuff.
Yeah, but what about Olivia?
She's not going to want any souvenirs, I don't think. She's not a Disney diva, you know? She's not a Disney queen. She's not a Disney princess. She's not into Disney like I am.
Okay, all right. Well,
if she like sees a furniture piece and she's like, I have to have this in our home, fine, we'll figure it out, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, so if it was just me going somewhere and I just needed my body in my bag, it is cost efficient.
Yeah.
But if you're flying with someone, or you're going somewhere that you want to bring a lot of stuff back, it's not.
Right. Yeah. If you need anything more than a backpack, it is not. And they are so serious about their item limits. Like if you show up with a backpack and a tiny like crossbody purse, you need to shove that purse in that backpack. You're not getting on that flight.
Oh, good to know. Olivia definitely wears a crossbody.
No, they will make her put it in. Those are 2 items she needs to consolidate.
Wow.
They are so serious. So, like sometimes if your jacket's too bulky, that's an item.
Oh, F off. That's ridiculous.
They're terrible. So like honestly, I know what you're trying to do, but like your backpack might be too big for them to consider it. Like they might just be like, no, that's a carry-on. You have to pay.
Olivia's backpack might be because she's concerned about shoving 4 days worth of clothing into there. Mine will not be. Mine will be flat enough to fit under any commercial seat.
Yeah, I would definitely check their like parameters because they're such like there's TikToks about this all the time. They're such jerks about it.
Yeah, it's 4 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of shorts, 4 t-shirts, no bras,
Nice.
and then my toiletry, right? Like that's it, and socks. And I'm wearing the pair of shoes that I'll be wearing down there.
You pack like a dude and it's very concerning.
That's all you need. That's all. What else do you need? What else do
Okay,
you need?
if you ask any like other girl, she's definitely packing for 4 days. She's definitely packing 8 pairs of underwear. Ask Olivia how many pairs of underwear she's bringing. Okay, you need extras for emergencies. I don't understand why you don't pack like that.
I pack like maybe 1 extra. Not. I certainly don't go an extra for every day. That's too much. You need to have your pelvic floor looked at if that's.
You bring like 2 pairs for every day just in case. You never know. What if you go swimming? You know, you're not going to put on the same pair of underwear you were wearing earlier. You need a new pair of underwear. What if you get like, I don't know, sweaty and gross and decide to shower? Well, you got to put on fresh underwear.
Oh my God. First of all, I'm not swimming. We're not swimming. We are not swimming.
There are so many scenarios. You just never know what could happen.
So anyway, that's my housekeeping. What's yours?
I don't remember what we talked about last time, and I don't know that I really have any, to be honest. I'm going to a Halloween party tonight that I'm excited about. I have my
Great.
Halloween nails on. Christine can see them. You guys can't.
They're little Jason masks.
Yeah, they're little Friday the 13th nails because I'm going to be a Crystal Lake camp counselor. So anyone who's seen
that's cool.
Friday the 13th will get it. Anyone who hasn't won't. And that was the point.
That is the point. That is the point. I think that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I had no idea what I was going to be. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll just be like a devil or something. But we...
Sick cat in the bag costume, sure.
Easy. And I found these cute little like devil wings. But I found this costume and I was like, no, this is better because I'm actually like excited about it. So that should be fun. And the costume's like really easy, which is a huge win because I'm going to a club. So I want to be comfortable. And it's literally just booty shorts and a t-shirt. So
yeah, you want to be comfy in the club. Got to be comfy in the club.
Yeah, and like knee-high socks and gym shoes. So, you know, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So, excited about that. But yeah, that's I think and I carved a pumpkin already this season. So, my Halloween spooky season is in full swing. I won the Halloween or the pumpkin carving contest that my friends and I had. I didn't know.
Wow.
I didn't know it was an actual contest, but I actually like did win a prize. And I was like, you guys, I didn't even bring a pumpkin. My friend was like, here, you can carve my pumpkin. And I was like, okay.
That's hilarious. Good for you. We have not done anything spooky season at all. We didn't go apple picking. We didn't do pumpkins this year. We've done, well, to be honest, we've done frankly nothing. That's what we've done.
Yeah, I wasn't like, Halloween's usually my favorite holiday, but I've had a hard time with it the last few years. So I wasn't like super excited about it. I haven't decorated or anything. It's just like, thankfully I have friends who pull me out of my house because I would have not done any of this without them, you know?
Yeah, I think this year's just like a mulligan year for everything because surgery just feels like mentally really messed a lot of stuff up. We just like are so conscious around recovery and all this other stuff that we just didn't commit like we would before to holiday things.
And that makes a lot of sense. Like you had to heal. That's a big deal. That takes a lot of energy, time, effort. So makes sense. You're going to do Halloween at Disney. So
we are going to do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is probably going to be the most Halloween thing we're going to do.
See? Well, and it's going to be decorated, whatever. I feel like that's a Halloween activity.
It will be decorated. All right. I am powering up the random word generator. I looked over and saw one of our kitchen spoons has a growth on the back of it, and I can't tell if it's a burn, like it melted somewhere, or if it's something that I should be concerned about. So I will be investigating that after we are off air.
I really hope it's a burn. Is it one of the plastic spoons?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. No weird growths in the house.
Shibbity dap bop shabap bop bow. First word is Ferry or Furry. Ferry. I couldn't figure out how else to say that.
Ferry.
Ferry.
Wait, what is the actual word?
It's ferry, like
okay, yeah, like a
ferry boat. Ferry.
Like taking a ferry across something.
Right. Correct.
Okay. Damn it! Now all I can think of is furries.
Or Ferrari. A Ferrari sounds like
Ferrari.
A great restaurant. Ooh, Ferraris. Yeah.
I thought of Ferraris, but like pronounced wrongly. Well, Ferries are, I don't know, the only thing that really makes me think of is like taking the ferry over here from one end of the city to the other city, or to the other end.
You can do that? You guys have a ferry?
In the summer times, in the summer months, I think it's done after Labor Day. But yeah, it goes from like downtown to the other end of the city to basically our brewery down there, which is a fun little date night for anyone who lives in and around Long Beach and hasn't done the water taxi. Cute little date night. Anyway, furries though.
Yeah.
Oh no, Christine has hiccups.
I have the hiccups. Yeah, we're containing them here. Furries.
That one made me think of, so I haven't experienced this myself, but my friends were telling me about how one of the gay clubs in town has like a furry night, and they didn't know. And their like
No.
friends were in town visiting, and they were like, "Well, where do you want to go out?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I usually go out to the gay club, but I don't know if you guys are down for that." And her friends were down, and they just like show up at the door of this club, like pay cover to get in and walk in, and it's like all furries, all furry community. I don't know what you call a group of them, but all that. And just like by the look on all their faces, the like person at the door was like, "I'll give you your money back if you don't want to stay." Like, we are good.
Wow.
But I just always think that's really funny because could you imagine, could you imagine not ever knowing what a furry is? Because I found out some adults don't. And then you walk into a club full of adults dressed in like animal costumes.
Yeah. We should specify furries are individuals who enjoy dressing in large animal costumes. There are sexual furries who do sexual things in and out of costume in this realm. There are non-sexual furries who do not participate in the sexual aspect.
Oh, news to me. I'm learning so much today.
The non-sexual aspect is a little, I don't know. I still don't understand a lot of it. I have some personal experience with it, not me, but somebody in my personal circle.
Oh, okay.
Previous personal circle, not a current personal circle, was figuring out they deeply related to being a wolf.
Oh.
So they got like paws and like ears and like really enjoyed being a wolf, but didn't want to do anything sexual about it.
They just wanted to be a wolf.
Exactly. Yep. Almost in a trans way, they like really identified with being a wolf.
Okay.
So they were considered a furry, but not a sexual furry. So anyway, many years ago, we had to go down a whole path of that stuff because when I heard furry, I was like, hold up, wait.
I need to know more.
No, yeah, they were like, no, not that. And I was like, okay, cool. So what then?
Yeah.
And they're like this. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, just for the listeners out there, there are options on the furry spectrum.
You blew my mind today. I'm gonna have to take some time to wrap my head around what all that means. But
and I think there's another name for them. I think they're like fluffies or something. Like there's like a different name for them that isn't necessarily furries. Anyway,
it's very interesting. This conversation took a turn. Again,
you're welcome.
I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum, right? Like, hey, you do you. I'm not judging, but I just always thought the visual of like you're entertaining out of town guests and trying to show them around your city, and you're like, I know this place, come with me, and you walk into a room full of like
everyone dressed like animals. Can we miss something? Is this a costume party? I'm confused.
Right. Just like on a random day in April, like. But yeah, I just thought that was just so funny. And now I know that there's a furry night at this club. So if I ever decide that's a community I'd like to venture into, I know where to go, you know?
That happened to me, not furries, but we have one gay bar, right, where I'm from. A singular gay bar. Just a singular gay bar. It's gone through many names. It's gone through many rebrands. It's never very successful. One night, some friends and I go in, and I am hit with just nothing but walls to walls of leather.
Oh, okay. I've done that before.
Yeah, we have like full-blown like gimp mask situations going on. And I'm like, hi, everyone. What? I'm confused. And I look at the bartender who's wearing like a nice leather cap with like a collar and everything else. And they're like, it's a themed night. And I'm like, I don't know anybody in this bar. And I usually know everybody in this bar. And it's mostly men. And I'm like, okay, so I think we're just gonna roll out. Me and my friends in our t-shirt and jeans. I think we're just gonna go.
That's hilarious. And obviously same experience, right? You walk in and you're like, what is this? I was unprepared and underdressed, so need to leave, you know? Like
So that, right? Like my outfit doesn't fit the vibe. I don't I don't want to make them uncomfortable with my vibe.
Right. Yeah, I did that one time. I think I was like very young and we were just running through bars in like Boys Town in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And like I didn't know any better, whatever. We like probably peeked in the door and we're like, "What? No." Like backed up and we're like, "Next. This one's not for us."
Ferries, 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 ferries. When I think of ferry, I think of ferries is a mode of transportation in New England that I was unfamiliar with before.
Are there a lot of them?
People use them pretty frequently here, especially in Connecticut,
Okay.
and I don't. I refuse to. I don't know.
Well,
I
there's like a lot of water separating you, right? Between states over there. I know nothing about New England. Look at me. Or whatever, the Eastern.
there's some harbors, right? So there's a lot of water around things that it's just faster to navigate the water than it is to navigate the land.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay.
Which is like totally fine, and like people make it a whole thing. They're like so excited to go on the ferry, and they sell breakfast on the ferry, so they get breakfast on the ferry and whatever. They make it really romantic.
Cute.
To me, it just seems like a really good way to get motion sick on my way into work.
Well, yeah, I guess if you're not used to being on one or enjoy that, then it's not going to work for you. But I think it's a cute, I don't know. I guess like there is a sense of romance around that for me, just because like from old movies or like movies in New York or things like that, you would see people have to like get on the ferry and like put their car on the ferry or something like that. And you're like, do people really do that? So it's interesting to hear it's like a real thing that happens and like still pretty regularly.
Yeah, I feel like people in New York even use it more than folks in New England. I think New York uses it a lot more.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially when you're separated by water like that. I guess we also have like a regular ferry that goes to Catalina, so because that's an island, there's no other way to get there.
Wait. Catalina's real?
Yeah, Catalina's real.
Oh, I thought it was like a joke made for Step Brothers when they were like, "We're going to the Catalina wine mixer." Like I thought that was, I thought it was a joke.
No, Catalina's a real island off of the coast of Long Beach, or essentially Southern California, and it's like like a 35 or 40-minute ferry ride, I think. No cars are allowed on the island, and like all the TikToks make it look beautiful. I haven't been yet. I really would love to go, but all the TikToks you see of it make it look like like somewhere in Italy. Like it looks gorgeous. There's scuba diving, like beautiful waters around it and stuff. You can jet ski from here to there. It's like a 2-hour jet ski adventure.
Half of it is a state park.
I did not know that, but that makes sense. Half of it's like not really inhabited.
There's a hotel called the Avalon Hotel. It's about $304 per night. That's really not bad.
It's not terrible. It is pricey, but like if you're just going for a weekend getaway, it seems like, and you could do a day trip because there's like a 6 a.m. ferry. You could be back in the evening, but yeah, no, it's a real place. It's a real little, like a lot of people from here will do like a little weekend trip or like a day trip getaway to just feel like they're not in California for a day.
Which is hilarious because everyone is like wishing they're in California. So yeah, I'm gonna vacation for my vacation.
It's still a big city, but yeah, so it's just, yeah, it's a cute little island getaway. But most of that island, kind of like Nantucket, most of that island's money comes from tourism. So if the ferry's not running or there's no way to get people from here to there, they're kind of struggling.
Nantucket, yeah. Nantucket's out here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's here.
The vineyard, Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, Martha's Vineyard, yeah. We talked about that. I really wish Murray would stop napping on me and drooling.
Oh, he's a drooler?
Yeah.
Sweet boy.
Every time he gets up, there's just a little puddle. Like, gross, dude.
Now that we're on the topic of cats, Harriet does this thing every morning where she comes up and she headbutts Olivia and is like, lays on her chest and is like, pet me.
Aw, that's cute.
Olivia went to bar this morning to go work out, and so I was the last one home. So Harriet comes up to me, headbutts me, and starts to lay on my chest, and I'm like, "Hi, sweetie, this is so lovely. This hurts so bad.
Oh no!
Can you please get up?" Speaking of, at the hockey game the other night, we were trapped in a parking garage. So we were on the 5th level down. So you had to wait for all 4 levels above you to empty before you were going to be able to leave. We got into the parking garage at 10:16. We exited the parking garage at 10:48.
That sounds like a nightmare. It doesn't sound as bad as me trying to leave the Post Malone concert, but yeah, also sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. So I put the car in park. Me and Olivia are joking around or playing around or whatever. I smacked her boob in like a playful manner. She hauls off and smacks me back, forgetting that I am 6 weeks post-op or 7 weeks post-op now.
Yeah.
And she hits me in the pain.
Oh my God.
I was laughing, and then I just started crying.
Oh
she was
my
like,
God.
she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I said, I'm fine. I can't help that I'm crying. I don't know. It hurt. And I'm just, oh, what do you feel about? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And she's like, I'm such an asshole. I'm so sorry. I was like, no, it's fine. Like, I hit you first. You deserve to hit me back. She's like, I thought I was going to hit you in the boob. I forgot you didn't have boobs.
That's so funny. I bet she felt terrible. Oh, poor Olivia.
But yeah, we didn't have service on our phone, so we couldn't like just be quiet on our phones while we waited. So we had to like actually talk to each other about it. So, like, oh boy, this is real awkward silence. Like you don't experience true awkward silence. And she's like, so I'm really sorry. I was like, you don't need to apologize again. I'm fine. I can't help that I was crying. Really, it's okay.
Aw, that's funny. Can we ferry this conversation back to
ferries? I was going to say, I've never been on a ferry, but the other thing that ferries make me think of are Greek mythology and the ferry on the River of Styx.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
That's what makes me think of that.
I think that's part of the romance thing for me too. Ferries just seem like a very like old school way of like traveling, I guess, but still very valid.
Did you watch Moon Knight at all? On Disney Plus?
No.
So it's a Marvel thing, but it's really, really, really well done. It's about it's a superhero type person. He's like an anti-hero, whatever. It involves Egyptian mythology and that stuff. Best scene in television or movie I've ever seen is how they do their ferry. It's like they're on this ferry going through the Valley of the Dead, and it's just super cool. It's in a desert, but the desert is very much like a sea, and it's super cool. So for those of you out there that haven't watched Moon Knight yet, you should watch it specifically for that scene because it's very good. It's also got Isaac, what is his last name in it, who's a great actor. Oh my God, he's like blowing up right now. I can't think of his last name. Anyway, he's great. The whole show was great. It's one of Marvel's bright lights in a very dim last 2 years, so you should check it out.
I will add it to the list.
The fake list that none of us actually have going.
Yep. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Some other listener here is going to watch it and they're going to thank me for it. Dang it.
And you know what? You know what's going to happen is like months from now, I'm going to be like, somebody told me to watch this. And I'm going to be like, oh, it's good.
Now I'm watching it. Yeah. That's exactly what will happen.
Exactly that. All right. Well, until next time.